Mikey Williams is an American basketball player who was a standout star back when he hooped in high school. The talent was there, the swagger was there, then his fame blasted even further through the roof when he played alongside Bronny James, the son of global basketball icon LeBron James. At one point in time, Mikey looked like he had the whole world ahead of him, but that all came crashing down on March 27th of 2023.
We're learning more tonight about the shooting at San Ysidro basketball star Mikey Williams' Jamul home last month.
San Ysidro High School basketball star Mikey Williams is facing multiple charges tonight related to a shooting in Jamul.
A judge today ordered former San Ysidro High School basketball star Mikey Williams to stand trial on 6 felony.
Who is Mikey Williams? What exactly happened, and what does the future look like for the basketball phenom? Well, I'm about to get into all of that today. Born June of 2004 in San Diego, California, Mikey was born to play basketball. Under the guidance of his parents, he actually first held a basketball when he was only a baby at 11 months of age. He would continue to play on an outdoor court in his apartment complex day in and day out. For Mikey, there was nothing else. Ball is life. I mean, when he was just a kid, he worked as a ball boy for the San Ysidro High School, where the coach at the time said he couldn't keep Williams out of the gym. Then he actually had his first official game dunk at just 12 years old. By the time he was in the 7th and 8th grade, according to Naismith National Youth All-American Report, Mikey was the #1 ranked player for the 2023 class. From there, Mikey just kept on hooping and hooping, eventually joining the Amateur Athletic Union, also known as the AAU. And it was there and then where he played alongside Bronny James, the son of NBA superstar LeBron James. King James was there to watch all of his son's games, and as a result, got to know Mikey a bit. To this day, LeBron still follows Mikey on social media. Anyway, Mikey eventually attended San Ysidro High School, where he used to just be a ball boy, and in his high school debut, Mikey recorded a staggering 41 points in a lopsided 98-46 win. In his next game, he didn't slow down either, as he recorded 50 points in another victory. Soon afterwards, he went completely Black Mamba mode and recorded a career-high 77 points in a 116-52 victory over Kearney High School. He eventually led San Ysidro to the division title as he averaged nearly 30 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. At the end of his high school career, Mikey was considered a 4-star recruit by ESPN, but more than that, he became an internet social media sensation with millions of followers on Instagram, which included LeBron James, Kevin Durant, and even Drake. By that time as well, Mikey already had a multi-year endorsement deal with Puma, becoming the first American high school basketball player to ink a sneaker deal with a global footwear company at just 17 years old. It was clear, Mikey wasn't your ordinary high school hooper. He already had fame, he already had money, and by all accounts, he was already a superstar. Unfortunately, that all came crashing down in March of 2023. And with that being said, let's get right into it.
As David Gottfredson reports, the records say the shooting victim showed up at the home unannounced to ask for a walkthrough of the mansion.
On March 27th of 2023, at his home in San Diego County, an argument occurred between Mikey and some quote-unquote uninvited guests. This is his home. As y'all can see, it's quite secluded in the middle of what looks to be nowhere. So if anything happened, no neighbors were going to be able to call for help, and no one was going to hear anything. Anyway, this whole incident happened late in the evening. Apparently, the alleged victims took an Uber to his house unannounced, close to midnight, to ask for a tour of the house. That's right, guys. According to news reports, the 5 alleged victims arrived at his house unannounced, close to midnight, to ask for a tour of the house. 2 of them were adults, while 3 of them were minors. Please correct me here if I'm wrong, but from what I gathered, There was no party going on in the house from the reports, and it was just Mikey and his roommate in the house at the time who answered the door to these 5 people. One of the unannounced visitors, a female, was apparently dating Mikey's roommate. But regardless, the homeowners didn't like this unplanned visit, got angry, and started verbally throwing a bunch of angry words towards the group of 5. Some of these unannounced visitors went on to testify that Mikey threatened them at this point in time. In fact, according to the news, this is what was said.
One girl testified that Williams told the group, quote, "We better get to stepping or you'll leave with bullet holes." A boy stated that Williams told them here, quote, "Y'all better leave before I kill of you all."
So after the exchange of words, the group of 5 decided to leave, but as they were leaving in the Uber, shots were apparently fired onto the Uber vehicle, which was a Tesla. Thankfully, no one inside the car was hurt. Now, at this point in time, none of the 5 unannounced visitors actually saw Mikey shooting a weapon, but the only person who said he saw Mikey in the act was the Uber driver. It's also important to note that it was really dark, because remember, it was around midnight, so visibility was at its worst. When the question was posed if the Uber driver and the 5 visitors knew each other beforehand, the Uber driver's lawyer responded,
"I am not aware of any relationship between those individuals and my client."
One thing here is for sure. That Uber driver probably didn't get paid nearly enough for what he went through. All jokes aside, soon afterwards in April, Mikey was arrested on 5 charges of assault with a weapon and 1 count of firing into an occupied vehicle, but he was soon released on bail. A detective later testified that investigators obtained a search warrant for the house where they recovered 2 weapons. However, none matched the one that was used on March 27th. Mikey pleaded not guilty to all the charges, but if convicted, he could potentially face up to 28 years in prison. As it relates to basketball, Mikey is currently a part of the Memphis Tigers, where Penny Hardaway is the head coach. But of course, Mikey isn't being permitted to be a part of the team or use any of the team's facilities until all legal issues surrounding this case have been resolved. Now, let's get to the last part of this, which will decide Mikey's future. At the moment, Mikey is being ordered to stand trial based on the charges against him. Needless to say, if he's convicted, this will be the end for Mikey Williams and his basketball career. 28 years in prison is a long time, and Williams will be nearly 50 years old by that time. Now, I'm glad that no one got hurt and everyone was able to walk away from the scene unscathed, but this should be a cautionary tale to NBA players, especially someone like Ja Morant, about the dangers of just simply carrying around and flashing weapons. Anyway, Mikey's attorney had said that his career, his entire life, is now at a standstill because he cannot play at the University of Memphis with these charges pending. This entire situation would not have happened if those young people would have stayed away from his house and not come to his house at midnight uninvited. I hope this case gets solved as soon as possible, and every party here can put this all behind them and move forward with their lives. I mean, in the very end, the most important thing is that no one got hurt. The trial is set to start soon, and within a very short time, the verdict will be given and we'll all know what the future holds for Mikey Williams.